Good morning, well, this is Dr. Mara. Hope you guys enjoyed my 3-part video yesterday. I'm not used to you making videos in the morning on a weekend. Yeah, I know I'm off now. I don't work over anymore, man. I'm off until next Wednesday, so yeah, I have to replace my seat. Is your seat still pretty good? Yeah, my seat's still pretty good, but the bottom of the seat broke a little bit. So I have to get it fixed. And I spent $95 on that seat. And what? You know, Ivan, this is our best seat. It's $95 and I buy it, and after 2 months it breaks on me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I was so pissed off. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, not putting the lights on. Yeah, the sunlight's good enough. I don't have to put the lights on, right? It's only at nighttime I have to put the lights on because it's dark. But during the day I can just make it with the sunlight. The sunlight's good enough. Obviously, I don't need to put the lights on. I don't want to waste power. Yeah. There. Yeah. Oh, you're crazy, man. You think Zane's will be better than anyone else doing? Yes, John and Rob Burnett. Even though Dune 2 was a masterpiece, Xanus is a better story than even Dune 2. My stepmother told me Xanus is number one for a reason. It's the number one IP in the anime industry. She told me that. I'm not lying to you guys, man. She told me that. I swear to God, I swear to myself, she told me that, yeah. So yeah, Ivan, that book you wrote's number one. That's number one, Ivan. And Hollywood would love this, Ivan, to be all over your story. She told me that, yeah. Hollywood would love this, Ivan, to be all over this story. Yeah, she told me that. I'm not lying, she actually told me that. And you guys now get why she said that when you read my book is amazing, right? Yeah, and it's fucking amazing. Yeah. It's the greatest fantasy novel written. It's entertainment, right, for lifetime, and it's the number one IP in the anime industry. That's why the Gates want to control my book, my grant, because they want to duke me and VJ and half us steal our money and half us share with the world. These are crazy people. But zero, that money is for me and my wife. It's not for you. You do VJ, you're not going to do me, man. The billions is for me and my wife. It's not for you. You're just a greedy pig, man. Yeah. Yeah. And why would the gatekeepers make a big fuss of you making out on $22 million off your book? That's peanuts. Because they're thinking of the bigger picture. Like, they know, yeah, even if Ivan only makes $22 billion off the book, if he doesn't sell to us, that means he has all that power and control, and all the money goes to him, and he has the keys. $22 billion in Ivan and Vijay's bank account with the keys. Again, it was a lot of power, man. We can turn our business into easy billions. They know that. It's easy billions, it's power. That's why they at the same time, they can't stand the fact that me and Vijay being multi-billionaires like that. Like owning our $1 billion house, they can't stand that. Hence why they want to control my brand, because they want to do me. But look, man, you may have guarded the door on VJ's career. You can't guard the door on my Zane's brand. I'm not selling to you. This book is mine. You're not touching it. Here we go. The money you're not touching. Yeah. It's my money, it's not yours, you're not touching it. Yeah. You already make your, I don't know, your 50, 60, 70, $80 a year, and you want to take my time to do it on my book, man, you're crazy. That money's for me, BJ, it's not for you. Don't hate losing, yeah. So the Gates know the big picture. Yeah, if Ivan starts his films with VJ, he signs that mega deal with Amazon for the movie and the merge, and Microsoft and Sony for the game. He's going to be pulling in his $70 to $100 million. That's a lot of money, man. He's a thief. He's stealing from us. But even if me and VJ make, I don't know, $70 billion to $100 billion off the movie merchant game for Xanus, the gatekeepers are still making their, I don't know, 50, 60, $70 trillion. They see me as stealing with them because they're greedy pigs, man. Yeah, man. $100 billion is peanuts compared to $80 trillion, $70 trillion. That's peanuts. But the gatekeepers are greedy psychopaths. They see me as a thief. That money belongs to us, man. No, it doesn't, man. You're not God. You didn't create this place. This is my house. Yeah, this may be your house, but you didn't create this house. Me and VJ did. You're not the rightful heir. Me and VJ are. You know it, man. You're just blinded by your envy, man, now. Yeah, that's why they did as evil as, because they got filled with envy. They knew that me and VJ were bigger than them. Yeah, we may own the financial system in the world, control the money in the world, but they fucking created the universe and control the whole universe. They're bigger than us. Yeah, they created this place. They're the rightful heirs. Yeah, they knew that. They got filled with envy. Who does this man I even think he is, coming here with his wife, taking my house away from me and making all this money with his wife, and getting his wife all to himself, man? Yeah, he has to pay for that, lock all doors and Ivan. Yeah, they got filled with envy. He's evil to us. That's the symbolism in the Bible, how Satan became filled with pride and he thought he could overtake God's throne. Satan is the one who started the war with God in the Bible. God did not start the war. Satan started the war, and Lucifer started the war in the Bible, right? New Testament, Jesus says, I saw Satan fall like lightning. Yeah. Yeah, there was a war in heaven, obviously. Satan thought he can take God's throne. Foolish mistake. God ends up winning the war, and he casts Satan and those who also betray God, and they got thrown. Yeah, I saw Satan fall like lightning. Yeah. Yeah. So this is not your war. No, man. This is not my war. I'm innocent, man. This is the gatekeeper's war against me, BJ. When I came here, they were supposed to open the door for us, and they betrayed us, man. They separated us, they caused mass, and they locked us with me and BJ. They're the ones who started this war with me and BJ, knowing they can't win. I came with the keys that way I can beat the gatekeepers. Yeah, even if the gatekeepers lock everything on you, you have the keys. All you have to do is just own something. I'm going to give you a gift. You can make an album. You can write a book. I wrote the last Xanus book, Masterpiece, by the way, and that's Blaze Dream VJ. Gates not touch my money. There we go. Yeah, I even did it, man. Like, even with locked doors on him, he has the keys. He wrote that masterpiece. That's Blaze Dream VJ, yes. It doesn't sell books, that's Blaze Dream VJ, yes. And we can't guard it or Xanus, man. No, you can't. You can't guard those in my Xanus, man. You do VJ, you're not. I'm not gonna have you do me. No way. You're gonna do me too. I'm not an idiot. I even figured out, man. We duped his wife. Yeah, you dupe VJ. You're not gonna dupe me. She's only worth $20 million in my idiot. You're gonna dupe me too. That's why I came with the keys. So the case don't dupe me. Make my billions off my brand, right? My Xanus brand. Yeah. Are you going swimming today, Ivan? Yes, today I'm gonna go swimming. I'll swim today, yeah. Around 5:36, I go swimming today. Yeah. For an hour, yeah, an hour. After an hour, I'm done. Yeah. 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 Peter Jackson, I loved your book when I read it, man. Yeah, it book looks interesting. I know Peter. It's a masterpiece. It's better than Jared Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. You guys now understand what I'm saying, right? You guys read sections of my book. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it is more entertaining Lord of the Rings. Yes, my book is more entertaining Lord of the Rings. It's a better book. Lord of the Rings has better warbling, richness of dialogue, of speech and everything, but it's not as entertaining as my book. My book's more entertaining. My book is not dry as Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is a bit dry. I gave the example with the two leaves. Yeah, both leaves are beautiful. One is dry. The other one, it's beautiful, but life has been breathed into the leaf. So one leaf is very beautiful, but it's dry. The other leaf is very beautiful, but it's not dry. It feels it's fresh, and it feels like life has been breathed in onto the leaf. Yeah. One leaf, the leaf is beautiful, but the water did not neutralize that leaf. The other one, the water sparked life into the leaf. That's the symbolism of me and my book and Lord of the Rings. James Lord of the Rings. The two beautiful leaves represents that both books are masterpieces, but one is dry. It doesn't feel like life hasn't breathed onto the page. The other one is a masterpiece too, but it feels like life hasn't breathed onto the page. As Xanus, when you read it, it feels very fresh. It feels like life hasn't breathed into the characters and the story. Lord of the Rings doesn't really have that feeling. It feels more dry when you read it. But it's also a masterpiece too. It's beautifully written, but life has not really been breathed onto the page. As Lord of the Rings is a bit dry and boring when you read it. No offense, right? For me personally, anyways. For me personally, in my opinion, Lord of the Rings is a bit of a boring book when you read it. And all you nerds know what I'm talking about, man. All you book nerds, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, you know Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece. It can be a bit boring and dry. Yes, it can. It can be a bit boring and dry when you read it. My book is not like that when you read it, man. It's a masterpiece. Alright, do you have any boring chapters in your book? No. All my chapters are entertaining chapters. There's not one boring chapter in my book. That's why my book is so interesting. There's not one boring chapter in my book. All the chapters are good chapters, amazing chapters. Some are weaker than others, obviously, but they're all good enough to entertain you and keep you turning the page and keep you hooked. Yeah. Simsar. As Young Tactics is arguably my worst chapter in the book. And you guys read Young Tactics, I've now still entertaining. Yeah, Young Tactics is still entertaining. Yeah, why have you come? You're not kidding yet, Taxius. Yeah, Nazi was sick, I know. Even Young Taxius is an amazing chapter. It's one of my worst chapters, arguably one of my worst chapters in the book. Yeah. The prologue is actually the worst, but the prologue doesn't count because the prologue is not really a chapter. It's not a chapter, it's a prologue, right? Yeah. 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 So they will eat for the home Ivan? Yes, I will. Yesterday I had Subway. Subway was pretty good. Today I'm eating food at home. No, I save my money. Yeah. No, I was just man, you lying. Julie write what you showed us. Yes, I did, guys. I'm not lying to you. What I showed you, I wrote it on my own with no help. No. I'm you are gifted. Yes, I am. God gave me the heavenly gift. You need you the heavenly gifts, obviously. I'm gifted, obviously. Yeah. I still have my Diet Pepsi from yesterday from my Subway that I bought yesterday, right? Yeah. So Vija will be shocked. Yeah, she will. When I realized Anna, she said, Ivan, I asked you a question. I'm like, well, Ivan, did you really write the last of things on your own? I'm like, yeah, I did. She said, holy shit, Ivan. That's the greatest novel I ever read in my life, and I love the character with the Ivan. I can't wait for the with the Ivan. Ivan, I see your point. I saw your videos on YouTube. If you turn this into a movie, you're looking at the best movies ever made. Yeah, you're looking at the best movies ever made. Better than even Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings, and George Lucas' original Star Wars. Yeah, which are arguably the two best trilogies ever made. Star Wars, the originals, is my second favorite. It's a close second for me after Lord of the Rings, right? I love the Star Wars originals, except for Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi was not that good, obviously. You like A New Hope better than Empire? Yeah, I do. A New Hope is my favorite of the three, and Empire is a close second, and then the least favorite is Return of the Jedi, obviously. I just like the whole thing in New Hope, how like you have Luke, he's in the farm with his aunt and his uncle. You know what I'm saying? And he becomes a giant. I love that, and then he meets Han, so I love that whole thing. But you can argue Empire is better, but I like New Hope better. I just do. I like it more than Empire. Yeah. George Lucas would tell me, yeah, Ivan, you're gonna turn your book into a movie. I'm like, yeah, George. Yeah, Ivan, I read your book, man. Your book is amazing, man. That was an amazing story. That's better than my Star Wars originals, Ivan. I know. Star Wars has better world building and everything, deeper world building than my book and everything. But the story of Zay is even tops George Lucas' originals. Yeah. George Ivan, like you're turning your book into a movie, or you're adapting your book into a movie. I'm like, yeah, George Ivan, that's an amazing story, man. That's gonna be the greatest story ever told. I know, George. I read your book, man. Your book is amazing. Yeah, George will tell me. Yeah, your book's amazing. I know, George. It's amazing. Yeah. Is your book scary, Ivan? No, it's a book. Like Eritet's not that scary in the book. He's very formidable when you read the book, but he's not that scary because it's a book, right? Even horror novels, are, even Stephen King's novels are not that scary because it's a book. But then once you adapt it to the screen, now they're devils and demons. But you do feel for the characters in the book when you read it. When you read Volume 3, which is what I mean. But Eric and them are not that scary. They're very formidable. They're not that scary in the book, as you guys read, obviously. When I bring the demonic characters to life, when I adapt the movie, adapt the book, that's when you're looking at devils and demons. You're looking at demons and devils, obviously, something scary. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go get breakfast, guys. But there's nothing to eat upstairs. She made boiled eggs, that's it, but yeah. Yeah. Is Zane's a long novel, Ivan? It'll be about a good 800-page novel once the proofreader edits my book. Right now I'm at 600 something pages, but that's only volume 1 and volume 2 have been edited. But once the proofreader edits volume 3, it'll be about an 800-page novel, 750, 800-page, 820-page novel around there. That's my estimation. So it's a long book, but it's not as long as like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is like 1,300 pages for the 3 books. My book is like 800 pages for the 3 books. It's not as long as Lord of the Rings. But an 800-page novel is still long. It's still a long book, right? Like I read Fellowship of the Ring. Fellowship of the Ring was like 500 like something pages, and it took me a while to finish Fellowship of the Ring. Well, my book is longer than Fellowship of the Ring. Might be a good 750, 800-page book. A long book. Yeah. But the 750, 800 pages is going to fly by so fast because my book is so entertaining when you read it. It's a page turner. When you read it, you're going to be hooked, turning the page for hours, man. Some fans might binge the whole book in one day. Brian Durfee will guarantee binge the whole book in one day because he's a fast reader. In a good like 7-8 hours, he'll binge the whole thing. 800-page book, he reads 100 pages an hour. In 8 hours, he finishes the book. Brian Durfee. He's like, holy shit, man, that's the best fans I've ever read in my life. I know. This book is my number one. I like it more than Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings. Yes, Xanus is better than George R. R. Martin's Game of Thrones, J.R.R. Tolkien's Harry Potter, Brandon Sanders's Way of Kings, and J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter. It'll be more popular than J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, my book. I mean, it'll be more popular than even J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, my book. It'll be very popular. Yeah, and the Gates know that. Yeah, Ivan's supposed to be more popular than J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter. Yeah, more popular than J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Harry Potter's number one. Yeah, Harry Potter is the number one. Besides the Bible and the Quran, obviously. Like the Bible, I heard sold 2 billion copies around the world. The Quran sold like 1.5 billion copies, but those books don't count because they're religious texts. They're not novels. But in terms of novels, Harry Potter is number one. It sold 600 plus million copies to this day. Harry Potter since inception in the late 90s. Because Harry Potter came out, I believe, in 1997. Do you remember when it came out in 97, Harry Potter? No, I was too young. I was only a 5-year-old kid. But I remember around like 1998, 1999, I remember some people at school were talking about this Harry Potter thing, this Harry Potter book. I remember that. I remember in 2000 when I was in grade 3, when I was 8 years old, I remember the Harry Potter buzz, honestly. People were reading it in school and everything. I remember when I was in grade 4 in 2001, the movie came out. I remember that. The Philosopher's Stone came out in 2001. I'm like, yeah, what's this Harry Potter thing? Yeah, I remember the buzz of Harry Potter. Very, very popular. Most popular novel series ever, man, Harry Potter. Sold 600 million copies to this day since inception in the late 90s. Well, Xanus will beat Harry Potter. It's going to sell more than 600 million copies. Maybe 700, 800, 900 million copies it sells. Xanus will beat out Harry Potter. Number one on the charts. Yeah. The difference is, though, is that J.K. Rowling traditionally published was I self-publish, so I make my billions off the book. Whereas J.K. Rowling, she traditionally published, so she only took 50% of the pie. I heard Harry Potter did about 10 billion in sales for all 7 books. I saw the documentary, and it made J.K. Rowling rich. J.K. Rowling's a billionaire, but had she self-published, she'd be worth like her $5, $6, $7 million. J.K. Rowling. But to be fair, back then there was no self-publishing because there was no internet back then, right? Internet became big in like 2000. There was no internet back then. There was no self-publishing back then. It was just traditionally publishing. But now we have the technology where you can self-publish your own books. That's why I'm going to make a lot of money on my book. On my $22 million off the book. That's how easy. I made $22 million. You made $22 million off your book? Yeah, I said, holy shit, that's a lot of money. I know. That's a lot of money. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's so weird you making a video on Saturday. Yeah, I usually work Saturdays. Well, before I didn't work Saturdays. Remember the days when I didn't work Saturday, guys? When Tony worked? Yeah, but I've been working Saturdays for the past like 3 months. But now I don't work. I don't work at Go4 anymore. So now I can make videos with you guys in the morning on a weekend, right? Because I don't work at Go4 anymore. I signed my paper. I'm done. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, the book buzz be crazy. Oh, yeah, the book buzz will be fucking crazy. Worldwide fame. Not as crazy as the movie and the game and all that stuff, but it'll be crazy. It'll have crazy buzz. The book. Everyone around the world's talking about, holy shit, my Jude Diaries book, man, that's a fucking masterpiece. Yeah, that's the greatest story ever told. I know. We have public embarrassment in the entertainment industry, man, when the world reads my book. Yeah. Like, all the book publishing companies, yeah, Ivan put all our books to shame, and, like, Ivan did everything himself, and he wrote a better book than fucking all our best books, man. He made all that money, too. Yeah, his book is #1 bestseller, and he put our books to shame. It's a little bit raw, but man, like, no author entertained us the way Ivan did, yeah. Fucking, I wish Ivan can sell and work for us. Yeah, he's a fucking amazing storyteller. Yes, I am. Yeah. Ivan, if you sold out, would Penguin Random House want you to write books? Yeah, they will. But the case might tell me, yeah, Ivan, we'll have you, if you sell out, Ivan, we'll put you in Penguin Random House. We'll hook you up with an agent. I'm like, I don't need a fucking agent. I have the keys, and you can write books with Penguin Random House, and we can also have you. We'll make your book into a movie. You can star as lead Ivan. Yeah, even if you make my book into a movie, you're probably gonna put maybe $200 million towards Xanus, and you'll pay me immediately maybe $5 million for the movie because they're gonna dupe you, Ivan. And the publishing houses own my book, and the editors might change my story, and they're stealing out on 9% of the money and give you 1%. I guarantee the gatekeepers will give you maybe 0.4% of the money, Ivan. You make maybe your $65 million, $7 million, and they take the rest. Yeah, they're gonna dupe you, Ivan. Ivan, you happy you made $7 million? I'm like, whoa, man, where's the rest of the money? Ivan, what do you mean, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, these guys fucking dupe me. That's why I came with the keys, so the gates don't dupe me. I can make my billions on my book, and they don't touch my money. Yeah. I'm sorry. Ivan, if you sell out, man, Penguin Random House, let's say they put you in Penguin Random House, the publishing houses are going to steal all your money, Ivan, and give you the peanuts. When they're only making that money because your keys, they're going to dupe you, Ivan. The traditional publishing houses are greedy pigs, man. They take, like, the majority, all the money and give the author the peanuts, man. Yeah. The max you'll ever get for a traditional publishing is 15%. And the only way you'll get 50% is if your book is a hit. If your book is a hit, they'll give you the high end, which is 15%. But even if they give you 50%, they're still taking 85% of the money. They're taking all your money and giving you the peanuts, man. Yeah. With self-publishing, you control the book, and the majority of the money goes to you. I get 80% of the money, and Lulu takes 20%. So compare the 80% I'm making off my book royalties to the 15%, I don't know, 0.2% the gatekeeper's going to give you. The gatekeeper's not going to give you 50% either. They might give you maybe 0.2%. 0.1%, you make maybe your $70 million off the book, and they dupe you. $60 million, yeah. And they dupe you immediately, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. So once the Hollywood actors for Zane's read my book, holy shit, man, this is a masterpiece, man. I can't wait to be part of this story. And all the Hollywood actors are going to have it. Man, you guys are lucky, man. I read Ivan's book, man. That's a masterpiece, man. You got to be part of that amazing story, that $3 billion budget. Well, yeah, I heard it's a $3 billion budget. A $3 billion budget? Yeah, $1 billion going towards each of the volumes, each of the movies. Holy shit, man. Yeah, we saw Eriton and the concept pictures are fucking devils, man. Hollywood actors are going to tell the Hollywood Zane stars are going to tell the Hollywood actors that when they network and everything. Yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah, you're fucking lucky, John and Von Jojo, man. You gotta be part of that amazing story. Fighting all those devils. Yeah, man, they're fucking devils. Like, we saw the concept art pictures. And that's just the concept art pictures. And the Lord of the Rings Hobbit Ruin are gonna now create the masks. And those are demonic masks. Fucking scary masks. And Ivan's applying $600 million towards special effects and visual effects. You're looking at devils, man, yeah. Yeah, a plane's flying, guy. A plane's flying, my guys. Yeah. Yeah. That's why Zane's is a masterpiece, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, the Gates know, yeah, man. Ivan's book is his ticket to being successful and becoming king, reaching with him. Yeah, they know that. That's why they're so desperate. They trap me to share your death. Ivan, either you bow to us or you die. I'm like, yeah, fuck you guys. I'm not bowing to your Wiggles. I don't want to share with the garbage or just I choose your choice. I'm not gonna have the gates do it. No way, man. Ivan, you're fucking crazy. You're willing to die. No, I don't want to die, but I know all I gotta do is wake up 1 million. If you sell Ivan, the gatekeepers in the world, they win the game. and your life will be destroyed. You get your garbage restored justice. You have to share with the world. You're not king, queen. The gatekeepers are going to steal your money. The world's saved. VJ will cry in your arms every night because she sees hell. When you have sex with her, your father runs away. You're not going to really connect. Your relationship will be destroyed. And you don't get the genetic perks, the glowing beauty, all that stuff. Staying on forever, you don't get those perks. That's why the world wants you to sell. That way they can dupe you with VJ. But I'm not selling. I'd rather wait online and have you do it. No way. The money is mine. You're not touching it. Zero. That's me. VJ's money. It's not yours. You're not touching it. There you go. Sorry. Yeah. Show me how we guys. You guys are seeing part 2. Don't hate them, son.